Single parent who has a child has had to face the challenge of how to deal with bad behavior. And Dr. Becky Kennedy helps her 1.4 million followers with her big premise: you must deal with what's under the surface. And she says that means the parents put themselves in the position of the child to understand how they feel. She's been called the millennial parenting whisperer, and her new book is Good Inside, a guide to becoming the parent you want to be. And she joins us now. Good morning, Dr.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So the first question I want to ask you is, how do you put yourself in the mindset of your child without letting them get away with behavior that is inappropriate or irresponsible?
Yeah, well, I actually think there's something to that phrase, get away with it, that we have to question, because all of us do things all the time that we're not proud of. And the way we change is actually by differentiating what we did on the surface from what was actually going on underneath that led to that. So I think asking ourselves this question really helps. What's the most generous interpretation of what my kid just did? The most generous interpretation of why my kid hit their brother might be, wait, it is really hard to share blocks, and they need my help stepping in, right? And then they need my help learning to manage that frustration, and that's how they'll change.
So let me give you the reaction from some segment of our audience that posts on my Facebook every time we have a story in the news about quote unquote spanking, because I think you're speaking to this. They'll say, well, look at me, I'm fine. What is the prevailing wisdom among the experts and the studies about spanking?
That, spanking is a form of fear-based parenting and punishment, right? So I think there's actually a lot of thinking that wiring fear in our kids next to love, and our kids have to love us. They depend on us for everything. Wiring fear next to love has a lot of really long-term consequences. Even who our kids will be attracted to later on are people who invoke fear and control. And the other thing I would say is when we are frustrated with the kid, when they're doing something we wish they didn't, I don't know the theory of how punishing them teaches them a skill that they were missing in the first place. So I think people think, oh, if I'm not doing something, I'm being soft. You're not being soft, you're being effective. If we want to be effective, we have to teach our kids skills, and nobody can learn a skill from someone they're scared of.
We hear so much about, and teaching skills, about snow plow parenting or helicopter parenting, all these terms that we've heard before. But I thought you made a really interesting point. It's not necessarily your job to make your child happy. And I've tried to remind myself that too with my two boys. It's like, it's not my job necessarily to make you happy, it's maybe give you skills to deal with whatever life might throw at you. And I can't control that.
I think that's exactly right. That's a big part of the book. It's called Resilience Over Happiness, right? That when we think as adults about the moments that are hard for us, it's the moments we're sad, we were fired from a job, we weren't invited to a dinner, right? And we're gonna feel frustrated, angry, left out when we're adults. So when those moments happen, when you have a kid, I really do say to myself, this is my bang for my buck moment. Like, the most impact I'm gonna have on my kid's life is helping them sit with this feeling, not bringing them to immediate happiness.
I remember when my kids were young, the timeout was the big thing to do. And I read that that is no longer recommended. What happened between point A and point B? What did I miss out on?
I know. Well, it's still probably the most recommended strategy. And I think Good Inside gives parents a system where they say, okay, if I don't want to do that, you have to give me something to do instead. You can't say no to something and not give someone a different system. The problem with a timeout is you send a kid away alone to their room in the moment they're struggling the most. I don't know what we think they're doing there. They're not brainstorming ideas. They're not thinking and journaling when they're 4 years old, right? So we don't want to send them away. We want to help them. So I think what shifted, or what I want to help people shift, is I want to be my kid's teacher and coach, not just their punisher and sender awayer.
What do you think about, there's so many accounts on social media designed to help parents, and some people may be trained, some others may not be trained, some maybe are just dealing with drawing on their own experiences. How do you kind of filter through all of those different avenues when you're a parent and you're trying to find advice, and you see so many different accounts that provide whether it might be helpful advice or maybe not so helpful advice?
Yeah, I think that's such a good question, right? More information is not always better.
Not always great.
It gets to that point, you're like, this is just anxiety provoking. So, for me, I know my degree, my PhD, it's informed everything I do. It's informed my ideas. It's informed what I know actually helps in the real world, right? Having said that, what I would say to anyone is just check in with yourself when you're reading information and ask yourself, do I feel more empowered Do I feel less shamed? That information inside your body is going to give you the best information about whether you should follow someone's guidance or not.
All right, the book is Good Inside, and you can catch Dr. Becky at 2 appearances tonight at Francis Parker School in Lincoln Park and tomorrow night at New Trier High School in Winnetka. There are the details on your screen. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it. Thank you.